Yeah.
Hey again.
Yo.
Welcome back, Ralston, Bregaman, talking Comic-Con at you. Thanks for watching. So yeah, we'll be doing RE6 again at 3 p.m., so about an hour from now. But real quick, we wanted to run through a couple of the iPad games we have on display. We have Capcom Mobile Division. Put out a couple of stuff recently. We also have Cross Tekken, which isn't out yet, but is coming soon. So we've kind of rigged up a very haphazard way to stream an iPad game. But what you looking at?
They're saying turn your mic on.
My mic is.
In theory, it is on.
My mic is on. It may be super quiet. I don't know. Yes. I only have 2 more. Anyway, provided we can actually hear. Yeah, we hooked up very haphazard. If you want to put it on here.
Right.
We're going to try to stream. This is Street Fighter Cross Tekken iPad. Which,
Thank you, Mjorgalargan.
We haven't a firm release date yet, but it is later this summer. Which one is this? Second cam? So,
like
here we go. So we're going to do some shaky cam.
I will try not to make it too shaky.
So we'll bring this up here. But yeah, so you have arcade. This is just all single player. Of course, it has online components like Street Fighter 4 Volts and things like that. But today we'll be showing off some of the single player stuff. So hats off to Greg for holding the camera in place while I do this.
Hey.
Gets acquainted with my thumbs. So arcade, typical stuff here. But let's just jump into arcade mode really quick. Set up stuff like this, and much like the way Street Fighter 4, where it's like on paper it doesn't seem like it would really work as an iPad game. It actually really does.
They've made a lot of concessions to account for the fact that you're playing on a touchscreen.
A considered port. So I'll pick Paul as my secondary character. But what's now I've done it. Screw that, this is not going well. So, again, Pandora, a lot of stuff works differently in this. Let me slow down here. Pandora's box, Pandora mode is different, gems are different, the way you tag your character in and out is different. Just a lot of cool stuff that I actually think is pretty thoughtful. So Pandora's box, the way gems work, when you do a launcher attack, it randomizes the gem you get. You don't equip gems ahead of time. Kind of decide what gems go into Pandora's box. So right there you see 3 gems in Pandora's box. Here's my neck. Oh, reflective surfaces. Thank you very much. Begin. So here you see a little different presentation. As per usual, the buttons here, kind of like the Street Fighter 4 for iPhone. Simple way to execute. Oh, Nina. But
perhaps not your go-to platform for tournament level play, but when you're sitting on the train or a toilet seat or wherever you use your iPad, it's a fun way to play, And they've made a lot of changes to make it feel as good as possible on a touch screen.
So one thing to notice here at the top is the 2 secondary characters, which are in this case Paul and Nina, they don't actually have their own health bar. When they get tagged in, so like if you watch, I'll tag in, now I have Paul. He doesn't have his own life bar, he has time that he's on the screen. Same thing with Nina right now. So the secondary character is much more of an assist character, that the goal isn't to beat them, it's to beat the primary character. So there I ran out of time, so now Paul is back out and has to recharge before he can come back in. So yeah, again, the goal isn't to beat one character, or to beat both characters. It's like specifically one targeted character, your main character. But you can still set up some cool stuff. Actually, I can show you one other key difference here is whenever you're about to die, you can bring your other character in, and when the secondary character is in, you can actually activate Pandora. And Pandora merely sacrifices that secondary character to give your main character a boost. But unlike the console one, you actually don't have a time limit. Well, I kind of wasted that, but whenever you lose, like, there's no time limit. Like, whenever, made it confused. Whenever Pandora runs out, that character just doesn't die. It's not an immediate like game over like it is in the console one. So it actually works closer to, you know, more similar to X Factor, where you get a big boost, but the penalty is that you sacrifice that second character,
right?
Which doesn't have his own life bar, and you know can't really lose. So you can choose to sacrifice them for that boost, but you kind of lose the ability to use that character for the rest of that round. It seems awfully intense for the first match. Tag him in, connect that, always nice. But of course, that was a secondary character, so it didn't really matter. Interesting. You're just trying to deal damage to that primary character, not both. Also, you see when if I use a launcher, if I can get in there, that's what activates the gems. So like if I do a launcher, of course he's just going to block and not participate. That activates the gem roulette there you see, and you see attack up. So that's the gem that I got activated, but it's kind of randomized. It's not as... You don't. It's randomized every single time you do an EX or one of those uppercuts. So the gems work a little different. Pandora mode works a little different. God, get off me, dude! First match. I'm talking to you. But yeah, so there's a lot of pretty different stuff that I actually think is kind of interesting and stuff that really makes it different from the console version.
You know, it's always good to see when they sort of, you know, are being thoughtful about the method of delivery for the software. You know, it's like they know this isn't just the console version, and they can't regurgitate all of the mechanics from the console version. They've actually gone out of their way to make it work. Much like Strider on the NES,
yes,
I might add.
Strider.
That's a separate conversation.
Now my gem roulette is active. Activated the power gem, which was a totally random effect.
Do we have a release date for this?
It is summer. It's not out yet, but it's out soon on iPad, iOS, the newest stuff. I think there's, as with everything mobile, there's like some, you know, not compatible with a certain amount backwards. It doesn't work. But I just want to do a big finish. Come on, let me. That's always fun. Since I'm about dead, I should be able to trigger Pandora. No, still can't. There we go. So I'd use Pandora. Now Ryu is powered up. But as you can see, it fills his life back up while the time runs out. And when this time runs out, well, actually, rare Pandora finish.
Wow.
It doesn't actually kill him when it runs out. You just don't have that second character, which again, the second character doesn't have their own life bar. They're just on the screen for a certain amount of time. And again, I think this is actually a pretty clever way to do the game.
Yeah.
And fun is a mobile way to play the game for sure, but also I think just a generally strong idea for the way launchers work, the way gems work, the way Pandora works. I think it's all a pretty good idea.
Right on.
I'll do one more match and then we'll cut over to something else. Just getting wrecked. Why did I jump in?
Bloxy Crawler asking about seeing some Lost Planet 3. Unfortunately, we don't have new footage to show since E3, but we will in the near future. And on top of that, we also have an interview with series creator and returning creative director Kenji Oguro, That'll be coming up, what is that, tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. He's going to talk a little bit about LP3, talk about what they're preserving from the series, as well as what is new, and we'll be taking questions.
I was trying to time that Shinku Hadouken so that he would come on the screen. Because I think your character is slightly vulnerable when they have to raw tag out like that. If you let the timer run out and not tag them back in. Yeah, hard stuff to get across on the stream, but definitely worth checking out. Later this summer.
Right on.
But just a really different way to consider cross Tekken. He interrupted me.
Idea of all the fast
one attack that I had.
It's not just
yeah, so these different, punch kick buttons as usual, dedicated special punch, different directions, do different special moves.
Take as long as 45 minutes or so.
And you go, will not let me demonstrate that. So like you just tab it, fireball, diagonal you get a dragon punch, backwards you get hurricane kick, down is a dragon punch as well.
Yeah, I benefit from that a lot.
Oh.
There you go, footsie into that, crouching medium into Shinku Hadouken. Again, sacrifice. Now Ryu's pumped up. Life refills. Deals a ton of damage. However, when Pandora runs out, he's not dead. As is the case with the console league.
Ryoshi jokes. So I guess you're a pad player? That's pretty good.
By force right now, not by choice. Oh, no. Oh, I ate it hard.
For the record, we're both stick players.
Gunboats, this would be, by your definition, this would in fact be a very scrub-friendly way to play the game. JK,
right
JK. So let's move back to the camera really quick. Yeah, so let's cross Tekken.
Wait, that's not.
We just do the continue no. Well, actually,
There we
go back.
Oh, sorry, what?
So I'll just, yeah, so one win, that's how long you played.
Right on.
Your menus here. Yeah, training might have been a better way to do that, but hop in the trial real quick just to see what, so as you would expect, trials. But having this on the go, having this on an iPad, pretty cool. So
Gives you something to do while you're waiting in line to play matches on the console at your favorite tournament of choice.
yeah.
Or Game Center.
So jump medium kick, crouch medium kick. So yeah, trials the way they work.
Yes.
Same way they've always worked. But kind of cool to have on here and a way to teach you how to play cross Tekken and familiarize yourself with the way that the button layout is. Jump medium kick, crouch medium kick. Duh. There we go. So, and so on and so on and so on. But kind of just a neat way to make the game work. So, I will back out of this presently. And Ray's going to now take over.
I'm gonna show you guys. This is something new. It's not an arcade port.
Yeah, it's actually a new thing. I'm not sure about the price yet. I don't think I've announced the price just such, but I know it is cheap. It is not like $6 or $7 or something. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool actually. Later this summer. And yeah, the gyms are random, so you pick at the beginning rather than gym slots. And like you fill them in, and these are the gyms you have. You choose which gyms to throw into Pandora's box, and then every time you do one of the launcher attacks, it does a little roulette. So one of those 3 gyms will come up. So it's just kind of a neat. It's never certain, which is more akin to Pandora's Box theme they were going for. So I don't know. I'm actually pretty happy with a lot of the way that the mechanics are implemented in that, especially Pandora.
This was developed in Japan, yes.
Yeah, a thoughtful port.
Yes. Well, shall we get into it? Next game is, this is called Tip Blockum. We gotta find a camera angle that works here. I know you're probably thinking, shouldn't it be Tip Tap? And the answer is probably, but Tip is what they named it. This was Japan developed. Not sure what they had in mind, but that aside, the game is really, really fun actually. It's definitely of the casual sort. It's about this guy named Nick, who is poor and unlucky. Why, you might ask? Every night he's blah, blah, blah. I wasn't, well, okay, to summarize, sorry. It's the night before his wedding, and he's terrorized by zombies and aliens every night, and he needs to get sleep so that he can make it in time for his wedding. So to do that, he has to keep the zombies and aliens and other monsters out of his house by tapping and tipping and blocking them. So, you know, you hammer boards in. Later on, you'll be chaining the doors closed. And it's just kind of a frantic touch-based game. Story goes, I guess when you join Capcom Japan as a developer, in your rookie year they assign you to create a game, and what they've done this year is they like the rookies each get a team of veteran Capcom employees. I don't know if it's every single rookie or how they choose it or what, but some selection of rookies gets a team of veteran employees to back them up to make the game that they have that they've come up with. And this is one of those games. It was a rookie-led project backed by veterans, so sort of a mixed team. And I think it plays quite well. This is out now, and it goes for like $3. I think it's $2.99. And it's a surprising amount of fun. Right now, this is obviously really easy play because it's still in the tutorial, but yeah, basically you slide the camera around to look around the house. You touch an entry point to go up to it, and then you tap away to hammer nails into place. And the game introduces new sort of gameplay elements gradually, new enemies. Right now I'm just hammering. And the meters above each window and door, I think those show how sturdy they are, and when they go all the way down, the zombie gets in. And I made it till morning. I think I'll skip ahead a couple stages, show you some of the more frantic gameplay. So now you can actually also turn the camera 90 degrees just by touching these buttons. Oh god. Huh. Go. Note that there's also a UFO crashed into my home. So yeah, these are chains. You have to sort of swipe the screen. Oops. Kind of a cheap thrill, but it is in fact cheap. It's only $3, and
it's just neat. It reminds me kind of like
super fun.
You know, a modern day take on the Robotron or.
Robotron, huh?
Robotron, or this is. I'm reaching here.
Oh, these guys are fun.
A Smash TV kind of thing where you're just in the center and stuff is
yeah. It is kind of like that in the sense that you have to just constantly be moving and thinking about your next step. Our mobile associate director, or I think that's her title. I apologize if I got that wrong. She's the one who introduced us to this game. She described it as the feel-good survival game of the year. Which I think is pretty accurate. Oh, good, I've made it. I thought I was gonna lose there. So, one more thing I want to show is, actually there's a couple more things. So one, I haven't gotten any, oh wait, I did. So there are collectibles in each stage, or in some of the stages, and it's just a little, like, extra thing to do. You can, I guess if you touch certain objects, you find collectibles. There are other worlds. That's what I wanted to show you. And obviously different sort of obstacles. It says, exhausted by his sleepless nights, Nick decides he really needs a holiday. How about move? How about move permanently, you know? Starts you off easy, but... Ah! On my holiday. Come on now. I love that you poke their eyes out. I like to think that he's still using the hammer and nails for that.
I think understand everyone else at this resort is now dead.
Yeah, I assume so. And his wife also probably dead.
I assume she would die of grief.
It's the feel-good game of the year. Huh? Just gouging eyes left and right. Come on, bring it. Uh-oh. This is a little bit of a Left 4 Dead moment. It's a zombie rush. Oh man. And it really gets quite frantic. Although I may not sound it. I'm having a bit of an anxiety attack as we speak. Not really. Oh God. Oh, thank God.
The sun has vanquished the horrible night.
Again, this game is called Tip Blockum.
Yes. No mention of zombies in the name.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Maybe one more stage.
Yeah, let's do one more.
I wanna show you guys the trap door. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So this time you gotta. This is like a little Evil Dead reference as far as I'm concerned. Try to come up from the cellar, and you gotta weigh him down. Not officially an Evil Dead reference. Please don't sue us.
Curse you, Cord! Get out of the way! Ship for picking up on the Castlevania 2 reference. We are hereby friends.
Man, I didn't even get that one.
We are no longer friends.
Damn it.
Oh man, my hand is really hurt holding this camera.
Yeah, one more. What? Don't look at me. Nope. That's so adorable. It's like, I just want to see.
I just wanted to see what you were doing.
It's like lovable alien. I feel so bad, you know, just gouging eyes out. Who's the real monster here? Not gonna lie, I could probably play this for the entire flight home.
Yeah, it's making me really want to play, like, independent of our job, which is to say to play it.
Yeah, well, you know, because you're just always moving and doing something. It is kind of like Smash TV or Robotron, come to think of it.
Reminds me, you know, a scaled back version of it, but nonetheless, the sentiment is the same.
Yeah. Super frantic.
All right.
And that is the power of mobile games, you know, they just kind of entrance you, get you addicted
So I'm gonna
with
move
very
this
simple
camera back
ideas.
over here now. Yeah, that's kind of the two iPad games we want to show off. So we had Cross Tekken on first, and then we did Tip Blockum
Yes.
from iPad. Tap Tip's out now. Would you say $2.99?
Yes.
And then Cross Tekken is coming soon, later this summer. But yeah, like I said, Cross Tekken, like, a lot of like thoughtful stuff went into that, like really smart changes developed in Japan. Some really cool ideas going on there about Pandora gems and all that stuff. And Tap Tip's just like that exact kind of, I have 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm at an airport, I'm at a bus stop, I'm in the bathroom, I'm not gonna lie, and I want to play that. So
Yeah.
there you go. We'll be back actually in 30 minutes to show off Resident Evil 6, the Chris demo. We'll hop off. I'm going to cut the stream off for just a second though. And we'll come back on, we'll put Marvel back on actually, Marvel vs. Capcom Origins. And that'll play for about 20-30 minutes, but we'll be back at, 3 o'clock, 30 minutes from now, with RE6 Chris demo. So, this mic
Catch
is now
you
bent to
then
my face.
and there.
Yes. So,
All
yeah,
right.
thanks for watching, and we'll be back shortly.
Farewell.